novel, which is Things Fall Apart. I would like to start with chapter 1, and Things Fall Apart is written by Chinua Achebe. Chapter 1. Okonkwo was well known throughout the 9 villages and even beyond. His fame rested on solid personal achievements. As a young man of 18, he had brought honor to his village by throwing Amalinze the cat. Amalinze was the great wrestler who for 7 years was unbeaten from Umofia to Mbaino. He was called the cat because his back would never touch the earth. It was this man that Okonkwo threw in a fight which the old men agreed was one of the first since they found out their own town engaged a spirit of the wheel for 7 days and 7 nights. The drums beat and the flute sang and the spectators held their breath. Amalinze was a wily craftsman, but Okonkwo was as slippery as a fish in water. Every nerve and every muscle stood out on their arms, on their backs and their thighs, and one almost had them stretching to breaking points. In the end, Okonkwo threw the cat. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Rishara Kurwa from Minazi Secondary School. I'm going to read and start. Every morning is dazzling beauty, and it was not too hot either, because the cold and dry harmattan wind was blowing around the north. Some years, the harmattan was very severe and dense, hence hung on the atmosphere. Old men and children would then sit round the fires, humming their bodies. Anoka loved it all, and he loved the first kites that returned with the dry season, and the children who sang the songs of welcome to them. He would remember his own childhood, how he had often wandered around looking for a kite sailing Rishara against the blue sky. As soon as he found one, he would sing with his whole being, welcoming it back from its long journey, and asking it if it had brought home any length of cloth. That was years ago, when he was young. Anoka, a grown-up, was a failure. He was poor, and his wife and children had barely enough to eat. People laughed at him because he was a loafer, and they swore never to lend him any more money because he never paid back. But Anoka was such a man that he always succeeded in borrowing more and filling up his debt. One day, neighbor called Ayoke came to see him. He was reclining on a mud bed in his hut, playing on the flute. He immediately rose and shook hands with Ayoke, who then unrolled the goat skin with which he carried under his arm and sat down. Anoka went into an inner room and soon returned with a small wooden disc containing a cola nut, some indicator paper, and lump of white chalk. Thank you.